colleagues, friends, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, very warm welcome. Zor Bakher ben, this in Kurdish Bakher ben Basarchao. It gives me a great pleasure to be here again in Liverpool. I'm losing count how many times I've been here now for conferences among so many old friends as well as many new ones. I've not yet been here following a general election where Labour have won and are in government. So this is a special one for all of us, for us as diplomatic mission here and for all the Labour Party members. And it's a new experience for me, and I suspect new for most of the attendees in the conference. So a huge congratulations to the MPs who have joined us tonight on their successful campaign, and to Labour members and activists for your hard work. On behalf of Kurdistan Regional Government, I congratulate Prime Minister Şێki and the whole Labour family on their historic victory. Indeed, it is an honour to host this excellent networking reception for our valuable friends to celebrate your victory and our friendship, acknowledge our friends' continued support of the Kurdistan region and show our appreciation. Of course, our mission has enjoyed a great relationship with the previous UK government over many years, but I have absolutely no doubt that I, my government and my nation will continue to have a strong, enduring, ever-deepening and developing friendship with the UK under this Labour government. In fact, only last month, our government signed a joint understanding on trade priorities which aim to establish a framework for deliverable action for our collective benefit. It covers business development, civil defence, healthcare, agriculture and green technology, and set us on a path for a much greater trading relationship as we seek to advance and tackle global challenges together as partners. I would reaffirm that we will continue to build many more bridges to further deepen our cooperation, while there are many unsolved issues in the region that needs to be addressed with the support of our partners. We are a proud nation of our culture, our heritage, and our value. We believe that brought us closer to our friend like you. So I thank you all for coming and for attending our reception. You've been a very wonderful friend of Kurdistan region.
Wanted to say a massive thank you to KRG for hosting this event, and it's really exciting to have you guys at the Labour Party conference when we are actually finally in power, and it means a lot. And it means a lot to see so many friends here. And the enthusiasm from colleagues who wanted to chair it was incredible. I had many offers who wanted from people who wanted to chair the APPG, because they value the relationship that we have with the Kurdish region and the Kurdish regional government, and the work that needs to be done. But I was really pleased that that we didn't have to go down the route of trying to choose, because we had another colleague in the party who is also passionate about the cause and then the region, who had already wanted to do it. So I was over the moon when I heard that John had put himself forward to be the chair as well. And all the other colleagues did turn up and are going to be contributing. Look, as a member of the Kurdish community in diaspora, the Kurdish community make a huge contribution to UK up and down the country, and I've stated it in several meetings today. It's whether it's to the economy through the culinary, the kebabs and restaurants all across the country, whether it's the NHS, whether it's the engineers, whether it's politicians. There are numerous Kurdish councillors from Glasgow to Enfield North, and they are part and parcel of this society. But we don't forget the fact that we are our background's Kurdish, we are Kurdish, and that there are still issues going on there, and we need to ensure that not only do we acknowledge and recognise that, but our party are aware of it and are one.
Your speech was excellent, and you highlighted the things that we need to do. So as true friends of the Kurdish region, we need to make sure that we don't forget the support that they've given us. We need to make sure that we are also supportive of them. There are lots of issues that still need to be resolved. So we have the internally displaced people who are still in their thousands, who are still unable to return to their homes. We need to make sure that the Sinjar agreement is honoured. It's far too long that it was signed in 2020. There are lots of things that still need to be done to make sure that it's implemented. So that's something that we need to make sure we push for. We need to make sure that our Kurdish friends are supported against hostile actors. So there are still drone attacks and other attacks against the Kurdish people. We need to make sure that we push back against that. We also need to make sure that the relationship that exists, so it's great to see that the bilateral cooperation has been signed, but we need to make sure that more is done in relation to that. So it's always good to trade and support our communities, but we need to make our neighbours, and we need to make sure that those things happen and happen fast. I know that this will be a very strong, long-lasting relationship. We need to make sure that we listen to the concerns of the KRG in relation to their relationship with the Iraqi Republic. There are still a few issues that need to be resolved there, and we need to use our ability to bring people together, bring people to the table to try and resolve these issues as a UK government. I know that with David Lammy and Hamish Faulkner, that they will use all their abilities to try and bring this together to make this happen. And you certainly have my support. John's here as well. I know you have a lot of friends in Parliament. We're right by your side. We'll make sure we support you. We'll make sure that we speak up for you when the issues arise. And I very much look forward to going out to build and seeing the area for myself. So thank you so much for inviting me to speak. And it's a pleasure to be a friend of the KRG and Kurds generally. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, and good evening, everybody. I'm John Slinger, the newly elected Member of Parliament for Rugby, I should say first. And also, in the last week of the last term, we reconstituted the all-party parliamentary group, the APBG, for the Kurdistan region in Iraq. I won't say too much, but what I will say is my connection with the Kurdistan region goes back to my time working in Parliament as a researcher to Anne Clwyd, the late, great Anne Clwyd MP, a true friend of the Kurds. And I was privileged to meet various Kurdish political leaders in exile, and then latterly as members of the Iraqi government and the government in the KRG region. It was a great honour. Subsequent to that, I had the very good fortune of visiting the Kurdistan region in Iraq on visits organised by the all-party parliamentary group. It was a huge honour, and as I think many, if not all people in this room know, when you have met Kurdish people, and more importantly when you have visited the Kurdistan region, you fall in love with the Kurdistan region and you know in your heart that this region is a very, very important region in and of itself. It's a very, very important country in Iraq, and it's a very important and, sadly, volatile region. And the problems that the Kurdish people face have been alluded to already, and I won't go over them. Just to say, I'm delighted that the APPG was reconstituted. We have fantastic members already, and all parliamentarians are welcome to join. Our vice chairs include Calvin Bailey, the Labour MP, Baroness Hodgson, the Tory peer, and also Mark Ferguson. And we've got a range of members as well. And we are hoping, of course, to visit the KRG region, the Kurdistan region in Iraq, at the earliest opportunity. And that's critically important because the KRG is important for the United Kingdom. And we know that you have, as a region, not only fought terrorists, you've also stood up for freedoms and tolerance, and it's a region that is very pro-British, and I believe that we owe it to you to do everything in our power to build and solidify relationships at the political, economic, cultural and social level. And that's what I intend to do as the chair of the all-party parliamentary group, working with Kawan and his team and with the British government and parliamentarians and others. And I'll do that, it'll be my honour to do it. Just a couple of things about the APPG. It's had an absolutely fantastic role over the years, and a key figure in that has been Gary Kent, who's in the room, and I think many of you know. And I just want to say, Gary's been involved really in the region since 1991 and helped establish the APPG in 2007, and he's organised dozens of visits for parliamentarians that I think many colleagues have been on. And those have been critically important in enhancing British parliamentarians' understanding, and I've experienced this before I was a parliamentarian. You understand the place when you visit it more, and that's critically important. So I want to pay tribute to what Gary did over the years. So thanks, Gary, for everything you've done. The reason I mention that is Gary is actually standing down as the director or the secretary to the group, and so he'll be helping me and the other officers in a transition period. But I do want to put on record my and others' gratitude for all he has done. I don't think there are many people who understand, many Brits anyway, who understand Kurdistan region as well as Kari does, and we've got a lot to benefit from your expertise. So it's an important region. British parliamentarians need to understand it in more depth. More of them need to visit. We need to do everything we can to support you. There have been and there undoubtedly will be difficult times ahead, but we are with you, always, and the more people who visit will feel that passionately in their hearts. Thank you very much, everybody. I look forward to working with as many of you as possible. Thank you.